Saxonville was a disgrace, It was such a dumb disgrace, They lost in the AFC Championship. And yet ever since then, they've been trash. And now Jalen Ramsey, after the Texans in week 2, he wants out. And I'm sorry if I have not talked about games players like Big Ben or Drew Brees. I just been busy and all that. Just been too busy. And you already know what's going to come tonight then, brother. Anyway, the teams, to me, there's 5 teams on my opinion that should trade for Jalen Ramsey. And it's just they need him. Some will need him immediately, and some would need him now. So, let's look at the list, shall we? Now, it's not in order. I'm sorry. Okay. But here we go. On the teams that need Jalen Ramsey. The Seattle Seahawks. Okay, yeah, I know. You are going to call me biased for that. But hear me out. We all know the Seattle Seahawks secondary is not that great. It's decent, but it needs a new, younger Legion of Boom. Yes, the secondary is young. But when they would have to play guys like Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, Amari Cooper, you're going to need somebody to stop those guys. Now, Mika Fitzpatrick deal is going to be done soon, and the team Seattle is part of the team with Washington, Dallas, Kansas City, and Pitt, and Philadelphia. And with Seattle, who knows? Maybe Seattle does get him. It might happen tomorrow. It shows. But overall, even Seattle needs a corner. Now, they haven't had a corner like Richard Sherman in a long time. And Jalen Ramsey's a trash talker. Sounds like someone you know. An old Seattle Seahawk. Sherman. To me, that would fit Seattle. He would fit Seattle. Moving on. The San Francisco 49ers. I know many of you are wondering, TG, why are the Niners in here? They have Richard Sherman. They're looking good. Even though they haven't played anybody yet. But how long does Sherman have? Now, I'm not saying he's right now bad, okay? I still have the respect of Richard Sherman. But how long does he have in the NFL? If they get Jalen Ramsey, they might have the best corner duo in the entire NFL. Not only that, you would look at the future of the San Francisco 49ers. Look at the future. Now, with him, to me, I can see them really making the playoffs. And be honest with you, if he goes to San Francisco, the Niners, and probably the Seahawks, and the Rams, 3 NFC West teams could make the playoffs if it happens. And think of the future of San Francisco. Many people are talking about Jimmy Garoppolo and when he's going to be for later on. The next Steve Young and Joe Montana, as they say, even though most likely should be a next Steve Young, and I don't put Joe Montana in there, but maybe a next Steve Young. But still, San Francisco, without Sherman, though, what's that defensive secondary? That's why, to me, they should consider trading for Jalen Ramsey. That's right, brother. Cleveland's in this one yet again. My God. Can you believe that? You're going to see me later today. You're going to hear my voice later today. And now in this... Okay, let's get serious. Cleveland, to me, it's a young team, and yet the more talent, the merrier. Cleveland's defense, right now Cleveland is playing the Jets right now. But the defense of Cleveland, you might have some concerns. When you talk about the big names of Cleveland, who's the big name on their defense? The only guy I can personally think of is Richardson. That's the only guy I can really think of. and he's a defensive lineman. He's literally the only guy I can think of that's a big name. If you don't know which Richardson I'm talking about Sheldon Richardson. Yeah, Sheldon Richardson. I just can't think of anybody else. I mean, Garrett, you could say. Go ahead. But overall, there's still some questions on the Browns secondary to me that they will need some help. And now we got the Green Bay Packers. Now, the Packers are so far looking decent. I mean, the defense has been okay so far. But I look at the Packers secondary. I don't even know anybody on their secondary. I actually don't. So I look at the Packers for the future. Just like San Francisco, the future of the Packers. They're going to need more help because when Aaron Rodgers is gone, I mean, not saying Jalen Ramsey is going to be quarterback, but they're going to need some star players. Just like how so many years when the defense was trying to hold for the backup QB, it couldn't. The defense kept getting tired and all that. But with Jalen Ramsey going to the Packers, and think about what he would be with Aaron Rodgers as teammates, then I can have a reason to say the Packers somehow make the playoffs. And then the Tennessee Titans. You're in the division. You play them twice. You can try to beat them twice. Now, Tennessee, why am I put Tennessee right here? How many times do we think the Titans are going to take that next step? Let's see. Marcus Mariota's first year, the Titans went 3-13. After that, 9-7. 9-7. Made the playoffs on that other 9-7 I just mentioned, the second one. Won a playoff game. Lost in the divisional round. 9-7. 3 straight 9-7 years. I mean, if you get over 8 wins, that's a winning record. But when are you going to take that next step up? To me, when they made the playoffs on that second 9-7 year, I just felt like, oh, this team is going to take the next step up. They should. I mean, when they beat the Patriots last season, everyone was like, Tennessee's for real. They just beat the Patriots. But something happened. The team didn't step up later on. The team, I mean, they almost made the playoffs last year. All they had to do was beat Indianapolis and you're in, but there was no Marcus Mariota. Marcus was not playing the last game. And even though he can't stay healthy, but when he's healthy, I still believe in Marcus. And I'm a Duck fan, for crying out loud, and I still believe in that guy. But when we look at Tennessee, though, we look at this team that should take that next step. But so far, they're not. And to me, if they get Jalen Ramsey, that step is already clear. The next step has happened. So don't look at this man. This man was a trash talker. Saying like, who was it? Josh Allen. Not a good quarterback. He gets his butt kicked from him. This guy is supposed to soon be the best corner of the NFL. And really, I feel like this guy could help these teams I just mentioned. Now, if I had to say one that's realistic, the best odds, I mean, you could say Tennessee. Does San Francisco want another corner? And how much is San Francisco willing to give up? Because I will be honest with you, San Francisco will have to give up one of their backup quarterbacks. And now, I personally think they have good backup quarterbacks. I actually think they do. It's just then they couldn't find a way to finish games. Except for one. And I think it was just Seattle that they just found last year. That just found a way to finish it finally. But in other games, there was other close games. The Bears, the Packers, the Chargers. I think I can't think of another team. I know the Bears, the Packers, the Chargers. There were so many games that they could have closed, but they didn't. I mean, but how much is San Francisco really going to give up? And then you have Seattle. Is Seattle going to willingly, trade for him for a trash talker? I mean, you've dealt with a trash talker before, but when he's going against your own teammates, that's where I feel like Pete Carroll would say no to. That's where I feel like, in Cleveland, brother, you already know why I just wanted to put it. No, that's actually not the reason why. I'm just doing this because I feel like Cleveland needs talent on defense, especially when you're in the AFC North, especially when you're in a conference against the Patriots, and same with the Titans. But talent-wise, the Cleveland Browns, if they get this guy, they have a chance against New England. But overall, there's still some concerns about Cleveland. And for the Packers, well, you just need to look at the defense. I'm not hyped up about Green Bay yet. I'm not there yet. But overall, these teams to me are the teams that must trade for Jalen Ramsey. What do you guys think? And it could be your own team if you want. Go ahead and be biased. But what are the top 5 teams do you think should trade for him? Leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and share this with friends. Subscribe to more videos like this one. This is TGTV Tank Mode. Sign off. And brother, you better see me tonight. I know you will.